The 27th of April, schools across the country have been closed due to the fast spread of the COVID-19 virus, especially after the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. However, after the decision taken by the Ministry of Health as well as the Ministry of Education last month, schools will reopen under several phases. Under the first phase, primary schools with students under 200 will resume, ending a 7-month hiatus. So it falls on all to ensure that children are reintegrated back into society properly and also to ensure that schools run uninterrupted. However, since primary schools are once restarting tomorrow, another question arises. Are children of grades 1 to 5 capable of comprehending and following health guidelines?
අපි දකින දේ තමයි පොඩි ළමයින්ගේ හැසිරීමේදී ටිකක් අපහසුයි කිව්වට සමහර දරුවෝ අපි දකිනවා වයස අවුරුද්දේ දෙකේ දරුවෝ පවා දැන් මාස්ක් එක දාගෙන ඉන්නවා මුකුත්ම කරදරයක් නැතුව. ඇත්තටම මේ රෝගය බෝවීමෙන් වැළකින්න අපිට සෞඛ්‍ය උපදෙස් ඇරෙන්න විශේෂිත දේවල් නැහැ. ඇත්තටම අපි ලොකු දේවල් කරනවා, ස්ප්‍රේ කරනවා, විස බීජ හරණය කරනවා. නමුත් අපිට ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන්ම අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ අපි දෙන සෞඛ්‍ය ආරක්ෂක උපදෙස් ක්‍රියාත්මක වීම තමයි මට හිතෙන්නේ ඒක තමයි වැදගත්ම වෙන්නේ කියලා.
Meanwhile, health experts have also specific advice for parents with children suffering from comorbidities ahead of school reopening. The view is that they should be given special attention and the child's illness should be communicated to the school.
දෙමව්පියන් ඒ ආරක්ෂාව උපරිම වශයෙන් වගකීමක් වශයෙන් අරගෙන දරුවා පාසලට යැවීමට පෙර පාසලේ පන්තියේ බාර ගුරුවරයාට ඒ දැනුම් දීම විතාමත් හොඳයි කියලා මම දකිනවා. ඒ හරහා අනිත් ගුරුවරුන්ටත් ඒ පණිවිඩය යනවා. ඒතකොට ගුරුවරයාගේ අනුදැනුම මත ඒ ආරක්ෂාකාරී පියවරවල් වලට දරුවව යොමු කරන්න පුළුවන් සහ අනිත් දරුවන්ට ගුරුතුමා හරහා පාසලේ පණිවිඩය දෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ දරුවාට සහයෝගය දෙන්න කියලා අනවශ්‍ය ලෙස ඒ දරුවා වටා රොක්වීමෙන් සහ ඒ දරුවාට තියෙන අවදානම් අවස්ථා මගහැරීමට අනිත් දරුවන්ව පුරුදු පුහුණු කරන්න පුළුවන්. මේ වෙන විටත් එන්නත එවැනි දරුවෙකුට දීලා නැත්නම් ඒ කෙසේ හෝ එන්නත දීලා තමයි දරුවාව පාසල් යවන්න ඕනේ. පළමු මාත්‍රාව හෝ ලබා දිය යුතුමයි. ඒ පළමු මාත්‍රාවෙනුත් දරුවාට ආරක්ෂාවක් ලැබෙනවා 50%කට වඩා මෙම රෝගයෙන්. ඒ වගේම එන්නත් මාත්‍රා දෙකම අරන් සම්පූර්ණ කරගන්න පුළුවන් නම් ඒක ඉතාමත්ම හොඳයි. දරුවා මොනම හේතුවක් මතවත් පාසල් නොයවා ගෙදර තියාගන්න උනන්දු කරන්න හොඳ නැහැ.
Now that some schools are set to resume tomorrow, health experts warn teachers not to expect the same persons that they knew 1.5 years ago. They say that children not only lost out on education by the pandemic enforced homestay, but they also lost social interactions and part of their youth.
When the children come to schools, the teachers also have to bear in mind, now they are coming with a new mindset because these children had been spending more than 1.5 years at home. They have been cut out from their normal society and they have been exposed to a lot of family stresses like probably poor income state, loss of food even. So we have to bear in mind that they are under stress and they will not express themselves and they are not the normal child you saw them 1.5 years ago. And we have to bear in mind that our prime target is not immediately only to cover the syllabuses but also to regain their confidence, make them incorporate into the society and correct their mental state.
One of the biggest features which proved to be a blessing and a curse during the time children spent at home is the use of electronic devices. Whether it to be educational or other purposes, it is well documented that children have become addicted to those devices. And now, with the resumption of conventional education, it's high time to break that habit.
Even research before the onset of the pandemic in this country, which we have shown, but a condition called nomophobia. That is, they get very scared or very lonely when they miss their screen device. So it is very important that everybody now, in a phase-wise manner, try to help children to get out of this habit. And after schools reopen, try to prevent using these devices for various messaging and things because that would pay an excuse to the children to go for the device again and get addicted. Then on the other hand, the parents also have a responsibility. They should have some amount of regulation on these devices. And I think even the telecommunication regulatory authority also could play their role by sort of banning certain websites not suitable for underage children. So I think all stakeholders should come together and try to protect our children from this menace of, because it may be as bad as getting into the habit of drug addiction.
Though the government plans to reopen some schools tomorrow, teachers and principals' trade unions, which abandoned children for around 100 days by withdrawing from the online teaching process, is once more becoming troublesome. They have asked their membership to not to report for duty tomorrow and instead to come to schools on Monday the 25th. After much of the build-up, whether the returning children will be greeted by locked school gates remain to be seen.
Close Up Ever Fresh Toothpaste. පැය 12ක් දක්වා නැවුම් මුවක පහස අත්විඳින්න.